Hello, my name is Artyom Chernyshov and I'm software engineer at Talos Systems. Today I'm going to show you the new feature of Talos CTL command, which is called Talos Interactive Installer. This is terminal-based interface, which is based on apply config functional we have, which allows you to configure your node which is running in maintenance mode. To enter maintenance mode, you can, for example, use ISO images we provide. And for today's demo, I will actually use VirtualBox VMs, which are going to be booted from Talos ISO, which I got from our GitHub project releases. So let's get started. Here I have two VirtualBox VMs. They are both the same. They have 2 GB of RAM, and they use bridged networking. They have Talos AMD64 mounted as secondary master, and also the only difference here is that the first machine has 1 disk and the second one has 2 disks. Now we should see that Talos is booting and it will pause in maintenance mode and will wait for configuration to be supplied to continue booting. And the command I will use will look like this. So it's talosctl apply config. Then I have insecure flag because the machine in maintenance mode doesn't have any configuration and no certificates. And so I have to disable this verification. You can also use fingerprints if you want, but for really simple, to keep things simple, I will use just insecure mode. And then I type interactive mode flag. And then I have the node name. And here we go. This is the installer itself. You can see that it provides you a way to change the image name. It also can help you to pick the right disk for installation. So this is the second machine that has 2 disks, and I can actually switch between them. And here is the next tab. Here we have machine type. So that's a first node. You can only choose from control plane, but if you expand the cluster, you should be able to pick from 2 different types. It's either control plane or worker. And also you can change the cluster name. You can change control plane point and select the Kubernetes version you want to use. And here we have a network configuration where you can define host name, your DNS domain for Kubernetes DNS, and also you can pick from, right now it's only 2 different CNI plugins. So it's Flannel, which is default, and Cilium. And you see it actually supports mouse, but if you don't have mouse support, it should be possible to navigate using tab or any other options. So Control B and Control N allows you to switch between different tabs as well. So let's click install and see what happens. And here we go. The configuration was generated on the node, and then the node apply configuration was called. And also we updated the local configuration for Talos CTL. So when this node starts, I will be able to access this node using Talos CTL command and query any states from this node. Now you see that this node is actually starting. It's trying to pull the image from the registry, and as soon as it starts, I will be able to expand this cluster. So to expand the cluster, I will need to run Talos CTL, apply config, insecure, interactive. And here I will need to specify the next node I want to configure. Will be node at IP 30. And this is an important parameter which I need to specify. This is the node which will be used to generate the configuration for the next node. This way, it will be able to get the certificates, authorization, tokens, and all the things it needs from this already configured node. So the next configured node will be able to join the cluster. So it looks like this second node has started the gRPC should be able to get the configuration from this node. And here we have the configuration for the second one. As you remember, we had only a single disk there, so it's the same here. And yeah, I will use pretty much the same configuration for it, but I will choose a different type. I will use worker type for it. And here we don't have CNI configuration because when you already created a cluster, you can change this setting. Let's try and install it. It looks like it worked. And it's now booting into Talos. Meanwhile, we can check what is the state of the first node. So let's try running Talos CTL command. I will use services CLI command here to check the state. So node should be 29. Looks like it's still starting kubelet. Let's actually pull the configuration for kubectl meanwhile. I will overwrite it, and it should fail, I guess. Let's see what's the state. Oh, it's running. So but not quite. Still waiting. So it looks like the first node is still pulling the image from the registry, but the second one is almost there. And there we go. At least it has appeared in the list of nodes, but it's not ready yet. Should be able to become ready as soon as anchor.down node finished successfully. And now it's ready. So we should get the list of pods, for example. It should be empty, but if we get from all namespaces. It looks good to me. Let's wait until the second machine finishes booting. And it's already appeared in the list of nodes. So I think it should become ready shortly. So I gave it some time to finish up all the internal processes of booting up systems, and now I can query the nodes one more time. And both of them are ready. And if you get the list of pods, you will see that all of them are healthy as well. And that basically gives us 2 nodes cluster, which is fully operational and ready for use. And to expand cluster, you can actually use this command one more time and add any amount of nodes to it. This can be a handy tool to play around and try Talos. And that's basically summarize this demo. For any more resources, you can refer to our documentation, and you can also go to our Slack channel to ask any questions about this. And that's it. Thank you for watching.